Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Reselling Rhythms. Today's live stream video, I'm going to be discussing some news and current events that are affecting us as resellers. Every Wednesday, I have a live stream, and I usually have another reseller one where I interview them and I discuss their tips, tricks, and techniques to make us more knowledgeable and profitable resellers. If you're interested in reselling, then you are in the right place. Let me just hop in the chat and say hello to a few people, guys, and we'll get started. I know Randy was here earlier, and Beth, and I believe, let's see who else is in the chat. Lisa C., thanks for being here, Lisa. And Patrick Murphy, thanks for being here. Patrick the Voice, guys. I'll get a little bit later about Patrick, but Patrick's a part of Johnny's crew in the morning, and very nice gentleman, and got the voice of a radio announcer, so it's very interesting. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get started. Like I said, I'm going to do a little bit of news and current events. I invited a couple different resellers to join me. I'm hoping one definitely will join me. Send out the link, so I'm hoping to hear back from them shortly. And we'll just discuss general reselling, some of the other channels do. While I'm at it, guys, if you have any other resellers that are interested in joining me on this weekly show, you know I've been doing it every Wednesday for about 3 years now. So 7 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday evenings, and I'm willing to be a little flexible with that. But if you yourself would like to come on the show and be interviewed about reselling, if you have any other resellers that you think might be interested, reach out to them and have them contact me. All right, guys? Thank you. We'll get into the news a little bit, and then hopefully my guest will pop in and he'll join us in the chat. Okay, guys. So like I told you guys in the past, I kind of follow a lot of the other reselling shows, YouTube shows. I follow some of the blogs on reselling, and I also follow some of the Facebook chats. As you guys know, I'm a moderator on Casey the Rockstar Flippers channel, and he has a very large group. So, and we all know that social media can be kind of a drag sometimes. You get hooked in that, and it keeps you from doing things you should be doing. So, but I consider part of my job of being a YouTuber, so I did go into some of the chat. So, anyway, the first news item: eBay thinks a robot can do your job. eBay has filed a patent for an auto posting system that will perform much of the tedious selling chores required to list on its platform. Those technologies include a robotic selling assistant that receives an item from a seller, automatically generates a posting describing the item for sale, stores the item until it's sold, and delivers and/or sends the item out for delivery. The item would be placed in a compartment that uses one or more sensors to identify the item, retrieve supplemental information about the item, and take pictures of the item for inclusion in the posting. eBay imagines that such a system would result in people listing more items on their site rather than keeping them in storage or throwing them away due to the tremendous nature of listing them. Due to the tedious nature of listing them. Guys, in my humble opinion, I think eBay needs to spend more time fixing their platform and/or replacing their platform with more modern and glitch-free one as opposed to developing robot listers. But that's just my humble opinion. Second story, guys. eBay has started offering concierge service, but it's by invitation only. In this service, eBay offers to intercede on buyers' behalf by contacting other sellers to ensure that the buyer gets their purchase on time. Basically, what the service is, it helps you with if you have negative feedback, it'll help you kind of work through that, supports you, and helps you try to stay above standard. eBay says it gives sellers 48 hours to respond to any changes in their listings that aren't ever removed. So in other words, guys, if any of you have attended eBay Open, you know that was part of the ticket price. You received a concierge service. I'm not even sure how long it lasts. I went to 2 eBay Opens. I currently still have concierge service, so I guess it was just part of the package. But anyway, only customers who have been notified that they are included in the eBay concierge are eligible for the program at this time. If your account becomes eligible for the program in the future, they said they would reach out to you and/or invite you. Okay, that's the second story, guys. The third story. This is kind of interesting. I thought it might be, be interesting to some of you people that sell collectibles of things. And I'm working to have a card seller, a sports card seller on the show. And Patrick, you'd be more than welcome. I know that's one of your niches. You're in the collectible things. But anyway, guys, eBay is changing its bid retraction policy for auctions in one category only at this time. Sellers are anticipating what kind of impact it will have on eBay because they sent out an email to sellers and trading cards on Tuesday, writing in the part, starting June 30th, 2021, buyers will no longer have the ability to retract bids on trading card auctions without the seller's approval. Sellers may accept or reject the bid retraction request at their sole discretion. It says, however, we encourage sellers to use their best judgment and give buyers the benefit of the doubt. Well, just again, with my humble opinion, reading into this, part of the issue is we all know that, and I don't do a lot of auctions, and this is one of the reasons, is if somebody wins your auction, they're not required to do immediate pay. And we all know there are buyers out there that do not pay. If they bid on something and they felt they overpaid for it, they just don't pay. And, they may get dinged, but, it doesn't do us any good. Another thing, guys. USPS shipping price increases. I had mentioned this before in the show. I just want to get into a little bit since I'm doing a new segment. The United States Postal Service has filed on May 28th with the Postal Regulatory Commission, which is PRC, requesting price changes to take effect August 29th of this year. Those price increases on average are first class mail 6.8. I'm not going to give you the little parenthesis, digits 6.814, but anyway, 6.8% on first class mail. 6.8% on USPS marketing mail, which wouldn't affect us as magazines, et cetera, et cetera. Periodicals, again, that wouldn't affect us typically. Package services, the periodicals was 8.8%. Package services is 8.8%. And special services are 6.8%. I did post this in my Reselling Rhythms Facebook group, guys. So for more detailed information, if you aren't a member of the group, please consider joining. It's free, place where we can share information and help each other out. The link to the group is in the description below the video, and I'm sure Sharon will be posting it in the chat. One thing I did notice, and I was mistaken, I thought that priority mail would be going up but to the best of my knowledge, it doesn't look like priority mail is taking a second price increase. As we all know, USPS already took one price increase earlier this year. Okay, so that's that story, guys. One other thing I wanted to bring up, and this comes up time to time in the various chats, is about the Vero program. I'm going to try to share this with you guys, so bear with me here. I'm going to do my screen share here. Let me give you 1 second here to do that, and we'll bring this up to discuss this. So this is something that affects all of us, and like I said, you have to be careful. You don't want to get dinged on eBay. A lot of you aren't on multiple platforms. So if you violate eBay's policies and you have enough dings, they can basically just remove you from the platform. So let me do a share on this, guys, and we'll show that to you. Let's see here. We're going to share screen, and we're going to do this. Okay. And we're going to do window. Okay. Bear with me, guys, here. Let's see. Stream, boom. Entire screen. All right, we're going to do the entire screen, guys. That way I can just pop that in there and show you guys. Okay. And, of course, it's not cooperating. Okay. Try window. Let's see if that'll work. Okay. All right, so we get this up for you guys. Okay, we're going to share this. Okay, so this was the posting. I have my phone up so I can see that it has popped up on the screen, guys. I apologize for the delay. Again, I tell you, I don't read a lot of the postings in Casey's groups. It just gets, it takes too much of your time. And as I say in the show a lot, time is your most valuable asset. So this was a post by an Andrew Donahue. He says, has anyone ever received a letter like this directly from the law firm? It says that he was overnight to him through FedEx saying to avoid a lawsuit, he must cease and desist his sales immediately. He says, none of these products on the Vero program. You think that this is legit or is a scare tactic? He's not looking for legal advice, he said, but he wants to see what others think. So hopefully you guys are seeing this. I'm not seeing on my phone. I know there's a delay on YouTube, but anyway, guys. So basically, what it was from a pharmaceutical company, and I know I have a friend of mine that buys things on YouTube. On eBay that are like expired things, and occasionally things happen where you shouldn't you really shouldn't buy those things. I mean, I know he gets like ibuprofen and things, but he saves a lot of money. But apparently, some of these companies are saying, "Hey, guys, we don't know if these things are out of date. We don't want to be sued. If you're taking, medical products and even over-the-counter things, and you have issues with them." So they're saying, "Hey, guys, it's not legal to sell these or resell these, I should say." Some people try to avoid that, and they do it anyway. But again, I'm not a lawyer. I don't even play one on YouTube. But be very careful with Vero. And again, if you get a strike on eBay, it's going to hurt you. And eventually, if you get enough strikes, the old saying, 3 strikes, you're out. eBay will take you off the platform, and then you won't be able to sell on that platform. So let me get into say hello to a couple more people, and then we'll pop into my friend of the show that has more than graciously joined me. Michelle, thank you for joining us. Appreciate you being here. And I guess Sharon is in the chat somewhere, and I see Shasha. Very good, very good. Thank you all for joining us, guys. Let me bring in Amazon $7.99. What does he say? His comment says, let's see, put that up on there. What's going on? Yes, eBay Vero is a pain, but every marketplace has issues. Absolutely. And again, I use this saying a lot of times. I talk about different things, and I use old sayings and different things because I'm old. and I'll say things like, it's their ball court, so to speak, and they make the rules. If you want to play, you got to follow the rules. So that's one of the rules, that you can't sell products that are protected by intellectual property rights. I mean, I know, and there's some videotapes, workout tapes and things that are protected, Beachbody or whatever. But pharmaceutical companies, they got deep pockets and they got expensive lawyers. So I wouldn't fight it, guys. I would just if they pull your listing off, they pull your listing off. And like I said, that's part of doing business with eBay. You got to follow the rules, and we all know that eBay is one of the more lenient platforms as opposed to Amazon and some of the other sites. And so anyway, so guys, if you get a letter like this, just deal with it. Just say, okay, it happens. It's part of doing business. Just kind of like returns. I mean, it stinks. The old saying is, if you get a return, process the return, make sure you receive the return. I know myself, and I've my own worst enemy. Sometimes if I ship out a pair of women's jeans that cost me $8 or $9 to ship, and I have somebody say, there's an INAD, item not as described, because they don't fit properly, and they just want to send them back, but they don't want to pay for shipping. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, I paid $8 to ship it out there, and I got to pay $8 to ship it back to me. So I'm out $16 plus the cost of goods. So it's going to end up costing me like $20-some. Sometimes I'll just tell the buyer to keep it, which technically you shouldn't do that. I mean, that's what all the top end sellers tell you. Request a return back, and that way, you kind of call their bluff. There's ways around that, or they're working out to make sure like it's legitimate. Like, Randy was kind enough to send me some remote controls. I'm listing my remote controls and selling them. So, maybe somebody will get one of your remote controls, and then yours works fine. They send you back a busted one. So there's some workarounds, including marking the items, video games, or marking the video controls with some kind of discrete spot. I'm sure Mike Flippin Goodies, I'm going to bring on right now, has some kind of suggestions on how to do that. But there's workarounds with these things. So let me bring Mike in, and Mike is gracious enough to join me here. Hello, sir.
How you doing, Adam?
Doing well. Let me just turn my volume up so I can hear you a little bit better.
Nope.
Okay, we're good now. I'm doing well. So I just want to bring you some of those things. I mean, like that Vero thing. I mean, it is what it is, right?
I've never been hit with a Vero, so I wouldn't even.
You've never been hit with a Vero. Okay.
Not one.
And how long have you been on eBay now?
Wow. Full-time selling, like real selling.
Yeah.
2 years.
2 years. But I mean, you've listed thousands of items.
Oh yeah. And I've never been hit with a Vero. Is
that because you're?
I think it's because what I sell.
Careful about what you list, or you think it's just this?
No, it's just what I sell.
Right.
They're not going to hit me with a Sansui or something like that. It's just not going to happen. The old stuff. I mean, nobody really messes with it too much. And when you look at listings like I do, it's something where you always stand that chance. But I don't really mess around with too much on eBay as far as that's concerned. Like, I wouldn't put myself in jeopardy. But like Amazon seller was talking about, I sell on every platform. Okay. And honestly, eBay is probably the most forgiving and easiest to get into. and then Amazon's going to be actually the second easiest one to do, and Walmart is the third in that order. You know, Macari, you throw that stuff in there.
Second and third are the ones you deal with, but I mean, there's Macari and there's Bonanza and there's Etsy and Poshmark.
Right. I'm talking about the major players.
Major players, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's something where, you know, I have listings on Macari. I don't do many. You know, it just seems like a lot of, you know, will you sell it for this? And, you know, I got it up for $300 and you want it for $20. I don't have time for that. You know, Facebook Marketplace, I sell a lot on Facebook Marketplace. I just sold a guitar yesterday on Facebook Marketplace. So, you know,
and you're shipping it out?
Yeah. And that was
let me ask you it again. This is just something I tell you guys in the chat, and I've told other people that I follow the other YouTubers and I, you know, watch the different Facebookers or whatever. There's been thoughts about going to like a guitar center and having them pack the guitar for you. Is that even feasible as far as the cost, or are you just going to pack it yourself?
I honestly wouldn't know. You got to remember, I live in a very rural area. So if you ask me where a guitar center would be around here, I would say probably an hour and a half away.
Okay, there's one like within 10 minutes of me.
Yeah, so that's not something that's feasible to me. But this guitar I got was a Keith Urban, like a limited edition.
Okay, is that the one they were selling like on QVC or Home Shopping Network or something?
I don't know where they were selling it.
Okay.
I picked it up at a Facebook Marketplace pickup with a bunch of other stuff, and I've had it for like 4 months now. But it sold yesterday. I was very happy to get rid of it. But it came in a case, so it's nothing's really going to happen to it. All I do is put a box around the case and ship it out. So it wasn't really. It was probably one of my easier packs. You know,
it's funny you said that, but I think it's my brain and you know everything that's going on with the solar eclipse as well as all the crap. I'm having technical problems with my computer. But one thing I wanted to discuss a little bit. I figured I'd have you on, your experienced seller. You would probably use this device. Do you ever use a box resizing tool?
No,
you don't use it. Okay, well, I'm mistaken.
Maybe
the first time I made a mistake.
Yeah. Let me see if I can grab one without knocking a whole bunch of stuff down. Here's my box resizing tool. Phillips head screwdriver. That's all it takes.
So you just squirt with that and you fold it?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing that since I started. You really don't need anything else. And the other ones are very cumbersome to try and get it on the box and pull it. It's just...
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask you your experience. I mean, I don't have a lot of opportunity to use it, but I figured it, you know, if you need it and it's convenient, it saves you time. I mean, in fact, I even put one in. I mentioned this a long time ago. I was part of the Amazon affiliate program, and I didn't have anybody really buying anything from me. So,
right. Well, the thing is like I buy a lot of multi-depth boxes, so they're already cut, they're already creased there. So you know, like the products I sell, like on Walmart, and Amazon, I buy boxes. I try and buy a box that's multi-faceted, will fit multiple avenues. So if I buy like an 8x6x4, I'm buying that as a multi-depth so that I can cut this down to products that are going to fit in there perfectly once I fold the flaps in.
Okay, so that's what you do with that box. Okay.
Yeah, so it's very easy to use because all you do is cut it right at the seam in all four corners, and you don't even have to score it. It's already scored. You just fold it right in.
Oh, it's already scored for you?
Yeah, it's got like two. So there'd be the regular length, 8x6x4.
Right.
Then it's like 8x6x3 and 8x6x2. So if you score it right on those lines, whatever height you needed, you could just fold it right in.
Now, is this listed as like a special box? You just know this particular box, you can do it to that.
It's called a multi-depth box. Well,
let me write that down. That's great.
People
guys, that's why you watch this channel.
Locations. I mean,
multi-depth box. And where do you purchase these?
I get all my boxes from a place called Packing Price.
Packing what?
Price.
Price? Price or packing price?
Packing Price.
Packing Price. Okay.
Right. And
is that a local company or you buy those online?
I buy in bulk. I get pallets sent to my house of boxes. So you can go on Amazon and buy this stuff also. But like, for example, like an 8x6x4 multi-depth, 25 boxes, like $6.25. So prices are pretty reasonable. I buy a lot of bigger boxes that are multi-depth. They get a little bit more expensive in 70, 80 cents range. And I buy like golf bag boxes, and they're going to be probably, I think I pay about $1.24 for those.
You pay $1.24 for a got bag, but that's
Yeah,
very
and
reasonable.
that's going to be
reasonable.
36 by.
Wow, because usually larger, size boxes like that size and they're specialized size, they're very expensive.
Yeah, well, see, for me, because I sell a lot of golf stuff, it's easier to have the box than to try and put two together, or
No, I hear you. I mean, you get to Frankenbox it. Yeah.
Yeah, because, like for example, I have boxes for every single golf club I sell. If you sell a 9-iron or higher, meaning going up towards the pitching wedge, it's in a medium tube from USPS.
Okay.
Anything over and above that is going to go in a 48 by 4x4 or a 48 6x6, depending on what it is. Like the big drivers with the big heads on them,
right?
That's got to go into 6x6. It won't fit in the 4x4. Now you can rig up a medium flat rate, medium tube, and put two together and make it a square and make it longer if you need to. It's very flexible. But I sell so many of them, I don't have time to sit in there.
Yeah, I say this all the time. Time is your most valuable asset. And the old saying, time is money. And I used to watch Pro Sales. In fact, if you guys are any fans or used to watch Jason Pro Sales, he's coming back on YouTube again. He left his job at Amazon. So I don't know what Jason will be doing. But if you know them, Karin is a full-time nanny somewhere. And Jason left Amazon. He got to the point where I guess he just got a little frustrated. He couldn't really advance. If he had advanced, he'd have to move from where he lives. He lives in North Carolina. He likes where he is. So anyway, so Jason will start making content again, Pro Sales. But anyway, he used to always talk about VOT, or value of your time.
Right, and that's very.
So I mean, your time's too valuable to be messing around, Frankenboxing things.
Well, I got too much stuff on tap. That's the problem. Right. I sell on too many platforms. I've been fighting, as Sharon knows, I've been fighting with trying to figure out the best way to keep inventory management. But like Lisa says, you can buy these from Staples, yeah. And I think it's is it $25 or?
She says $25 for
$6.49. I think $25 free shipping, over 25 or 35, something like that.
So they won't carry them at the store. You have to have them shipped from their warehouse.
I don't know if they carry. I've never really looked for boxes at Staples, so
that's a good tip, Lisa. Thank you. I'm going out to I told you guys I can't see with these things. So I finally got my eyes examined. So I'm going to get a bigger monitor. I got my new prescription glasses. I'm going to stop at Staples tomorrow.
I think you get it in like 2 or 3 days too, from what I understand. So it's really, it's a nice.
I'm a Staples member, but I don't think they give you any special, privileges for shipping. I just think it just gives you like 1 or 2% back or something.
Right, but I think if you spend over $35 or I'm not sure, 30, 25, something, whatever you spend over, it's free shipping. So.
There's Sharon. With Sharon, we were just talking about you. At least, Mike, I said hello to you earlier. I said I wasn't sure if you're in your chat. I said hello to you, but then Mike was just mentioning he was talking about how he's working on the various platforms and working out the kinks, so to speak, and he mentioned you earlier. Yeah. So anyway, welcome. So yeah, so I like that idea, the multi-depth boxes. Okay.
Yeah, those will work well, and I have like every size you can possibly think of, just for convenience. If you ever see my video and see my garage, I probably have, 1,000 boxes in there, 800 boxes, something like that. So, and I keep, if I run low, I order more. So I try and keep that inventory stocked up because, boxes to me, are very important.
Sure.
Okay. You're supposed to, everybody doesn't follow the rules, but you're supposed to send out any Amazon or definitely Walmart unbranded boxes. You're not shipping that. You shouldn't ship that stuff out in Home Depot boxes and stuff like that. I know people do it all the time, but for me on Walmart, there's not many people that talk about Walmart, so it's hard for me to know what the penalty is for doing it, and I don't want to find out that way. So I have plenty of boxes, and that's why I do it. It just makes sense to me.
It's funny you were saying that. I was one of the channels I follow, and I eventually want to have him one who's extremely knowledgeable about thermal printers. And I think most of us have thermal printers now, but some of the smaller sellers don't. And I just think when you get to a certain level of business, you definitely should get a thermal printer. And he's very, very knowledgeable about that. And he was showing a video where he was shipping something out. And he goes, "I always recycle boxes. I don't know how your opinion of that is." I was like, "Oh no!" And this is an Amazon sale.
Yeah. No. Like I said, for me,
fulfilled by merchant on Amazon.
And now for me, like I upgraded to the gum tape machine, which is like
I heard you said you had your friend on, and once you mentioned that, before I forget to ask you, when are you doing your show now with your friend?
10 o'clock Fridays.
On Fridays at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, 10 o'clock, and I go into more in-depth stuff about how to expand and move your business around to different places, and that naturally increases your sales. I mean, it's just organic that way. And then the way I'm doing it, and Sharon knows how I'm doing it because I speak to her about it. You know, I'm on Shopify, and I'll make sales directly through Shopify now. And it doesn't take long. You'll be surprised. I get like, I think my stats today were like 379 unique visitors to my store. And if I sell through Shopify, I only pay 1% to them. Or it depends on what account you have. It's either 1 or 2% you're going to pay to them. But it's way better than even Facebook Marketplace at 5%. So,
well, then you got to pay processing fee with somebody who handles the payment, right? So you PayPal whomever.
Well, it goes through pay. Well, no, see, that's the thing. For me, I set up. I got PayPal. I got Amazon Pay. I got Square as options for buyers that buy right on the website to pay. So they have those options there. So you can use all 3 of those options. And I think I can add one more. I just haven't. I've been kind of fighting with trying to get everything organized, you know, because this was a big move for me. I had to kind of sit back, and you know, I haven't listed in a long time, and I'm trying to catch up on getting all my inventory to be like 100%. And until I'm at that point, so that, you know, God forbid I go to bed and something sells, I don't have it tomorrow. You know, that's going to be a problem for me. And that, you know,
you said that your service every 15 minutes it does the search to see if you sold something.
Right. And then I was talking to Sharon over the week, and I told her I'm trying something different. So hold off before you go all the way in, and let me see if this works. So like today I was having issues with Sellbrite, and I'm on chat with them going back and forth, but they're in England somewhere. How you doing, Jennifer? Hey, no, I'll leave that for now later. So I'm going back and forth with them, but they're in England. So they close up on me, and I can't finish the conversation. So like today, one of my replenishables ran out, and I ordered more, and I went and got it, picked it up, and put the new number in. Okay, so I had now 48 available instead of nothing. Well, 3 hours later, it still hadn't updated. So Amazon doesn't know I have inventory. Walmart doesn't know I have inventory.
That sucks.
And they all show zeros. So I'm not selling anything, right? So I need to get them. They're supposed to be every 15 minutes, but it's hit or miss. And I talked to another company, and they're like every hour. I'm like, no, every hour is no good for me.
Yeah, that's not good.
I can't wait.
Especially when you're selling replenishables, those things sell relatively quickly.
Right. And well, see, that's the thing. It's like you don't want to run out of inventory for a platform. You always want to be able to deliver. So you have to make sure you have something in place that can control that. Now, as far as listing is concerned, all these platforms that I'm using list for you. You just have to send it there. So the problem is that for most people, they don't understand, like you use like List Perfectly or something. That's a problem because it doesn't take the inventory off.
I mean, again, I'm not an expert. I don't proclaim to be an expert, but I think that's a big issue with List Perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, because
issue. I mean, I've talked to other resellers that have tried it, and that some people love it. A lot of people said they have a problem with that, and that if they're going to pay that amount of money, they want it to remove, you know, something sells.
I mean, honestly, I've tried Vendoo and stuff like that, but again,
Vendoo's another one. Yep.
In the middle of the night, or like for example, next week I'm going over to Universal for the weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think I want to be walking around Universal looking at my phone saying, "Oh, I sold."
No, I got to remove this from all these different platforms.
I don't want to do that. That's not, that's work now. This is, that's too much. So, like I said, I'm trying to get this all streamlined, and I'm more than happy to share it with people that want to come and watch the show. And we'll talk about other things, but our goal is to try and help people, because you got to remember, Adam, you talk to a lot of people, a lot of YouTube content creators. They don't even have a real business set up. I mean, it's like, I don't get it. Whatever. I'm not sitting here.
I don't proclaim to be a big time reseller. Like I said, I mean, I'm a small time reseller. I do it part time because I can't work a regular job now. I'm used to this to supplement my disability income. But again, I've been doing it for 3+ years. I had sales background. I have teachers in my family. So, and I enjoy doing this. And like I said, I know there's a lot of people that have disabilities, a lot of people that are resellers, that's their full-time job, and they're working at home, and it's kind of a way to reach out and kind of build a community. And, again, that's why I'm trying to build up my Facebook group. If people have problems or questions or issues, they can ask in the Facebook group, and that's why I do this.
No,
Believe me, I'm not getting rich over doing this.
No, I'm part-time myself, but the problem is when you reach a
Well, you're part-time, but you're really putting full-time hours.
I'm really full-time, but the thing is
you're putting full-time hours in, yeah.
I have an LLC, I have business insurance, and here in Florida, we have to pay the state sales tax.
Right.
So I got to do that every quarter, and last thing you want to do is get rung up by them, because that's going to cost you a fortune, where it's easier just to pay them quarterly. It takes literally like 5 minutes to do it and just be done with it and not worry about it.
Mm.
For me, I send them I probably average about $400 to them every quarter in sales tax.
Yeah. Check a sheet. Randy, you said you sold QuickBooks is now integrating with what? Is that with what service? Lisa says I'm partial to QuickBooks. I'm an advanced certified pro advisor with them. Okay. Well, yeah, Randy, why don't you put in the chat what you saw that you said QuickBooks is integrating with? Who are they integrating with?
Yes, I use GoDaddy right now.
Right. Yeah, I know you're a big fan of GoDaddy.
Yeah.
I know. And it's big price difference, right, between GoDaddy and QuickBooks. QuickBooks is quite a bit more.
I think QuickBooks is like $39 a month. I think. I'm not 100% sure about that.
Okay, I thought it was. I don't know. I don't use it. I shouldn't guess. I
know GoDaddy's $9.99. That I do know.
Right.
Which I like because again, that's part of the business and really
eBay. Okay, so what? So Randy's saying eBay. So I guess QuickBooks is going to when you make a sale on eBay, it's going to import it into your QuickBooks. Okay.
Yeah, and that's that was one. That's good. That was one of the pain stakers for me, is it didn't automatically import it.
Yes.
Where GoDaddy does, but GoDaddy does Amazon. It does everything for me. But yeah, this is all personal choices, what you choose to use. But
Ray says about 40 platforms, $40 a month inventory control.
QuickBooks is going to do that. I'll have to look into that.
It'd be nice. Randy, why don't I have you come on one time with Mike, and we'll do a little show about that. I know that's more for the big time resellers, but there are some. I don't have any big time resellers on the show other than you and Mike.
But Adam, that's not really accurate, because as you expand, if you look to expand, right, and you're cross listing and doing all that kind of stuff, that's the mistake I made. You know what I'm saying? I started on eBay. And as the business grew, I moved to different platforms. I never thought I would be selling on I think I'm selling like 10 platforms now.
It's a lot of platforms. You're juggling a lot of balls there. I don't know if I can manage that.
I never thought I'd be at this level. You know what I'm saying? I was more of a just let's sell a few things, get rid of them, and next thing you know, you start
put the money towards your retirement. Yeah.
And it's something where, for me, it's a convenience factor. And I don't mind paying money to have that convenience, because in the long run, to spend $30 or $40 or $50, whatever it is, for an app that's going to help me run my business easier, to me is well worth it. I'm not going to be, that's one area I won't cheap out on. I want to look and say, okay, I want the best thing that's going to work effectively, and expand and grow with me. So I think that's where I'm at, and that's what I'm trying to do as I keep, because I'm looking to expand again. So it's just a question of when. I'm trying to.
You're looking to expand what, into another platform?
Yeah, I'm looking to go into different. You gotta remember, I resell on Amazon.ca.
Right.
So I was selling Amazon.mx, which is Mexico, and I'm probably, I stopped selling there for a while because it was just getting too much.
Well, you're getting questions and things in Spanish, and you got to translate everything.
You get that too. You get that from Amazon Canada also. I get that from eBay.
You get French questions. People ask questions in French.
Yeah, and they have to translate that. And like I said, it's like anything else. You have eBay. I sell direct overseas, and I sell GSP. So I get hit from all angles, and it becomes tough. That's why with Shopify now, everything comes into me there, and I can kind of balance my game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not jumping all over the place to try and figure things out.
Right.
So
See that question from Kat? Guys, question, you sell on all these platforms? Do you sell the same things on all items or different items on different platforms? Sorry if it's already been answered. Why don't you address that, Mike?
Well, I mean, I would say like it's a tricky question because it depends on how much you know right now. Like, you know, it's funny because I was talking to another content provider just last night about this, and he'd call me and ask me a couple questions. Somehow we got off on this little thing. He had a guy come to buy a whole bunch of inventory from him, okay? And his goal was to take this inventory and sell it on Amazon because he saw videos. How you doing, Clay? He saw videos of people showing these items and putting them up on Amazon and selling them very quickly. That's all fine and dandy. But the problem is for that guy, he's not ungated and all this stuff. You can't sell it on Amazon. And to get ungated is a whole nother process. It's not, you know, and then if you're a YouTuber and you start watching videos, you'll see videos of give me $5,000, I'll get you ungated and everything.
Yeah, right.
But you know,
warning, some of you guys aren't as old as me, but remember the warning, Will Robinson, warning, Will Robinson.
Yeah, I mean, you know, so it's a tricky little thing. I mean, I talk about a lot in
Lost in space. Sometimes on a brain freeze, lost in space.
I'm real happy with the Friday show right now. I mean, we've only done one, but Pete, the guy that does it with me, has been in business for himself for like 40 years. So he knows a lot about it. He knows how to, like, have you ever had a credit card claim against you?
I have not, no.
Credit card? Okay.
It happens. I have not personally, but
well, I've talked
knock on wood.
And he calls eBay and says, I want the company's name. And he calls the credit card company directly and gets it moved on because we could be tied up for weeks with that stuff. But answering that question, yes, I sell a lot of items on Walmart, Amazon, eBay that are all the same because it just makes sense to do it. You know, I mean, I don't mess with.
Well, you have cross-posting software. A lot of people do it manually. So right. If you list a replenishable item, let's just say for example purposes, you're selling. Mike would probably sell lipstick. Let's say Mike's selling lipstick. So you might have it on Amazon, you might have it on Walmart, you may have it on eBay. So there's all three different platforms.
Well, how'd you pick lipstick?
I don't know, let's get a little lip gloss on there, Mike.
I sold 5 of them today.
You got to protect your lips in Florida. It's sunny night. You got to protect yourself.
No, I'm almost out. Walmart had a clearance out of their lip smackers. So
okay.
I bought the whole, like, I wouldn't even say shelf, like half an aisle I bought.
Okay.
So I have, wow. I'm down to, I have 6 left and I sold 5 today. So I got 1 left.
So you bought a half aisle?
Yeah, like it's like a half aisle. You know, there's a lot of them.
How many thousands of units is that?
No, it's not thousands. They're big boxes.
Oh, okay.
They're big boxes. There's hundreds, but it was good. Yes, I sell on Google. Okay. Google, let's run through it real quick. Google, Amazon, Walmart, eBay, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, Facebook Shops, Instagram, Etsy. I'm missing something somewhere. But yeah, I mean,
I'll come to you.
Everything that's available in my app, I sell on.
Couple things, and I tell people I'm ADD, so when things pop in my head, I got to address them. Did you see where Amazon is running a promotion where if you buy from a smaller seller, and I don't know to determine if you're a small seller or not, you get a $10 credit towards using for Amazon Prime Day.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if your products would be listed. It says search. I don't know what the technical term they put, like, you know, support smaller sellers or something. So if you buy something from them, you get a $10 credit to spend on Amazon Prime Day. Right. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't know how they determine if you're a small-time seller. I don't know what the parameters are.
Yeah. So answer Kat's question. That's what we've been talking about. That's the problem. And that's the solution that we have. Sharon's doing it with me. And that's it. Just me and Sharon. We're the only two doing it. Pete won't do it.
Pete won't do it.
He can't get on Walmart. He's been denied 4 times. I keep telling him why he's getting denied, but he doesn't want to listen. So he's stubborn. So he stays off of Walmart.
Let me again. I'm just spitballing here. Have you ever given any thought to doing Amazon Live, selling your products on Amazon Live? Will they let you do that with your specific items? I'm assuming they would.
I don't even know what that is, to be quite honest with you.
It's basically you're doing a live stream on Amazon's platform, selling products.
No, I'm barely.
I don't know
on.
if you'd be interested. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe somebody in the chat would be interested in doing that. I know
I'm
some
barely,
YouTube creator type people, or like they're selling like cameras and lighting and different things, or fashionistas are selling makeup supplies and things. And
right, but that's see, I couldn't do that, and I don't have time for that. And the other side of it is, the only reason I'm on tonight is because I saw you the other day. You were saying that you didn't have anybody, and I said, yeah, I'd be more than happy to help you
appreciate
out.
that.
As you know, at any time, it's not a big deal. Because I
won't keep you too long, I promise.
Oh, I love doing it. I mean, it's something that excites me when you get the little notification on your phone and stuff like that. It's great, but you don't want to be in the situation I was in. And that's what I'm trying to prevent people. And I discuss it all the time. I was so behind the 8 ball when I started expanding that I made it worse as I progressed and expanded further and further. Next thing I know, this whole thing was about to crumble. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have the foundation there. So
hindsight being 2020, sure, you kind of overextended yourself and you didn't have the right pillars or right foundation in place.
And that's where I'm trying to get. If you're looking to expand, the Friday night show is for you. If you're not looking to expand, Friday night's not for you.
Guys, after I was having some technical difficulties, but after the video uploads, I'll put Mike's YouTube channel in the description below. It's Flippin Goodies on YouTube, and that's INFLIPPIN Goodies GOODIES. And his new live show is going to be Friday nights at 10 p.m. Correct?
Yep.
Eastern time. 10 p.m. Eastern.
If you're not, like I said, if you're not looking to expand, you don't want the truth, you don't want to watch a show. we're pretty blunt about it. I'm a New Yorker. It always comes out in me. But, I don't do YouTube to become a YouTube star. I'm a reseller.
You root for the Nets? Off topic.
No, I was a Nick.
You're a Knicks fan?
Here's
Mets, Knicks, Yankees. Nets.
It's Yankees, Giants, Knicks, Mets, Jets, Nets.
Okay.
Right?
That's it rhymes.
No, but it does rhyme. But usually when you ask a New Yorker, that's the answer they're going to give you.
Oh, I know. I dated some for a very long time, and her dad was a staunch Yankees fan and Giants fan. Yep.
Right. Now, the only thing
if you're a Yankees fan, you're not a Jets fan. It's weird, but that's just the way it is.
The only thing I go astray on is I am a Islander fan, where normally you'd be a Ranger fan.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
I'm an Islander fan, New York Islanders.
You're an Islander fan, okay.
Yeah, because I grew up right by the Coliseum, so I always went to the games. We had season tickets, or we snuck in. Either way, we were getting in.
Sharon posted your link in the chat for you. Yeah, guys. So if you're looking to expand your business and take it to the next level, I mean, I would say you're talking 4, 5, 6 platforms. You want to get involved with GoDaddy and Sellbrite and those type of platforms. Software issues.
Yeah, Shopify.
Shopify.
Here's the thing, okay? GoDaddy is fine because it integrates Sellbrite,
right?
And that's all fine and dandy, right? But on Shopify, there's so many third-party apps to add into the mix,
right?
And then this is for my show. This is so far ahead of. But I can pull FBA Amazon, anything fulfilled by Amazon, I could pull that to my Shopify store and sell it right there.
Right.
Not touch here or think about anything. It does it automatically. And I could just make commissions off of every sale that you make. Mm-hmm. I mean, stuff like that. I'm hoping. Well, I know this. I don't know, but I'm assuming this, that GoDaddy will never incorporate Facebook Marketplace.
Wonder why that is. Have you spoken to them about that, or?
Well, I just don't see it happening. Like I said, there's no third-party apps there. You can't ship from there. There's a lot of downsides to it. It's a little bit cheaper to do it that way. But as I said earlier, I don't mind spending a few more dollars to get things done the way that I need them to happen.
Right.
So until I'm 100% satisfied with what I'm doing, I'm sharing it with Sharon. We have emails going back and forth occasionally. She's called me. I'm more than happy to help her move along. But I even told her last week, I said, hold off because I'm looking at something else and I want to see if it works before we get too far into everything. But it makes my store a mess, because I'm moving it here, then I'm moving it back. And then I had one point where I hit the wrong button and every item I had on eBay went to new status, meaning it selling in condition new, which
I remember that. Yeah, that really messed up.
So it's really, something where until I can figure out every avenue and how to do everything at once and quickly. So that's the biggest thing. You need it quickly. Like the app I spoke to tonight, they told me that they update every 5 to 6 hours.
That's not good for you.
So then I said to him, I said, you have a higher tier plan? He goes, yes, the highest tier we have is every hour. I said, the hour's no good for me. I can't have an item I have 10 left in and have faith in that keeping track, and when it goes to 0 on every platform, I can't, I need it like.
Not when you're selling, especially if you're selling like collectible things, they'll sell every 10 minutes, but you're selling replenishables, you can't.
Right. And the thing is like, here's the thing. Okay. So let's say, for example, I have the lipstick on Amazon and Walmart. Okay. Well, Amazon's automatically keeping track of my inventory for me. So is Walmart, although their interface is pretty bad.
Right.
So if I sell, it gets hot on Amazon, Amazon will take me to 0. So hopefully within that 15-minute little window I have with Sellbrite,
right,
it will clear out Walmart for me.
So Sellbrite is the best you found, even though there's some issues and glitches with Sellbrite as well.
It's probably, for the ones I've tried, yes. Out of the ones I've tried, there might be something better out there I haven't looked at yet. But I can't keep flip-flop. I gotta kind of like get on the track and stay on it. I want to be on that locomotive that's going full steam ahead, not worrying about a curve here and there.
Right.
So that's where I need to be. It's difficult. And like I said, there's not many videos out there you can sit down and say, okay, let me watch this video on, what do I do? Because like, for example, when I got into Walmart, it was an eye-opener to me. It's the only platform that tracks delivery date and dings you if it's late. That's a big problem, and it's something that can be cost you your account. So now,
you ship everything at priority. That's expensive. So you said there's another service you're using there, right?
Well, see, what it is that when, like eBay, Amazon, we put in whatever it is, same day handling, next day handling, 2-day handling.
Right.
For me, I have 2-day handling everywhere now. Okay. And then I had to change my Walmart from 3 to 5 days to 5 to 7 because the 3 to 5 window wasn't working well. And thank God I caught it in time.
Right.
Otherwise, I might have been off Walmart as soon as I got on it.
Yeah, you would have gotten dinged. You had enough things you kicked off the platform.
So it's something where, like I said, you see videos about Walmart a lot, but you don't see anybody say anything beyond go sign up for Walmart. That's all you see. There's no real like in-depth thing to watch and say, well, I need to watch this video over and over just to learn. And to be quite honest with you, their help is horrible. It's the only platform you can't pick up the phone and call them and speak to them. You have to do chat. And it's actually not even chat. It's more of a
robotic chat,
and wait for a response.
I hate that stuff. Yeah. I talk to a human being. And Randy, what is that? Walmart Fulfillment Services, I'm assuming, WFS?
Yeah,
use that.
Here's the thing. For me, because I'm selling on so many platforms, and it's a lot of the same items, it's hard for me to lock down and say. I was trying to deal with UPS fulfillment,
Right.
The problem with UPS fulfillment is, and it's not something where it's overly concerning for me, but it could happen, right? Where you have to guarantee them 300 shipments a month. Okay, that's 10 a day on average,
It's a lot.
which not a problem
And
really.
sometimes you might be using USPS, you might be using FedEx, you might be using
Well, no, this
UPS.
is for them to actually handle your items in their warehouse.
So they have to pretty much ship everything you're shipping.
Right. And then what it is if something sells, let's say on Amazon, okay, I'll get the report it sold, but they also get the report and they fulfill it right then.
Okay.
And ship it out. So it's just like FBA, okay? But the problem is you don't make that 300 quota. There's a $1,500 charge per month that you don't meet that quota. And I said to him, look, I said, I'm a small
crazy. Yeah.
You're pricing yourself out of my business. I don't use UPS much because, one, they charge you a fortune to come to the house and pick it up. For me, it's like $8 a pickup, which by the time I pay that, it puts them over the price of FedEx, which comes to my house for free and picks it up.
That's crazy. I wonder how is that high? Okay.
It's something where.
So you pretty much have to drop it off at a store, and if you have large packages, you're not going to be able to fit in one of those boxes.
Right. So when I
don't even see that many UPS boxes. I see some FedEx boxes around here, but not that many UPS.
Right. Yeah. So when
you have to go to a UPS store, and if you don't have one, like you said, you're rural.
Well, I do have a UPS store down the street.
Okay.
I have CVS down the other way. So either way I'm going, I can drop it off.
Right.
So again, it's exciting. It's also a lot of work and a lot of trying to balance everything at once. And that's where I stand.
Did you ever reach out to Randy? I know we had an issue last time you were on. You were going to reach out to Randy, get some help. Did you reach out to Randy?
No, I did not, because I did hit retire on Sellbrite and on Walmart. But my items are still there. I can't get rid of them. It's crazy. And then once you use a SKU there, if you go out of inventory on something, you say to yourself, well, maybe I won't sell that anymore, and you retire it, the SKU somehow still stays in place. So if I relist that with the different SKU, it doesn't like that at all. It's like you have to do some kind of SKU override, which I still haven't figured out. Remember, I've only been on the platform like going on a little bit over 3 months, going on 4 months, something like that.
Well, I would reach out to Randy. I mean, Randy is extremely knowledgeable and helpful, and he really knows shipping, and he's a sharp guy. So I mean, I'm offering it. Randy's offered to help you. So I mean,
I know. Like I said, it's something where
trying to put you guys together. Like I said, Randy's a great guy.
So, but for me, like I said, it's more of a challenge, and I take it on like that because it's something that keeps me busy.
Right.
And I like that. But like I said, I am trying something different, and I'm going to find out this week, hopefully by Friday's show, whether this works or not.
Okay.
And if it does, then that's going to be really good, because the way I'm trying to do it now is free, but I have to wait and see if this works. So we'll see in a little bit. I will know by Friday. That's for sure.
Okay, guys. Why have Mike on? Did you have any questions for him as far as about his show or about his reselling business? And I'm not going to keep Mike much longer. He was generous enough to join me. If you have any questions for Mike, and again, his show is going to be every Friday evening at 10 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube, and he's going to talk about basically taking your business to the next level. Selling on multiple platforms and using the various software systems.
Yeah.
So let me just check to see if there's any questions pop up in the chat. Sharon, if I missed anything in the chat, please let me know. While we're waiting for the questions to come in, guys, I just want to remind you that, again, I go live every Wednesday. I'm always looking for other resellers to join me. So if you would like to join me or have another reseller you can recommend to me, I'd be appreciative of that. I also have, like I said, there's expenses and time involved in this. I have Buy Me Coffee, PayPal, etc. in my description below. So getting any value out of this, please consider that. So let me just check to see if there are any questions in the chat. Randy said something. There's a section in help section. I don't know if he's talking about Walmart or what he's talking about there.
Yeah, I've looked through the help and stuff, and They talk about a SKU override, but I've yet to figure that one out. I don't know what that SKU override is. I've looked on every link in
SKU
there.
override.
Yeah, and then they just added something new tonight. I didn't really look too in depth in it, so it's something new on.
Are they evolving? Are they changing the platform, making improvements to it?
They have since I've been on it. I don't think. Well, I probably shouldn't say. Well, I mean, I don't think they'll ever offer shipping, and I don't think they'll ever get into the payment.
Well, who's doing the fulfillment then? Is that an outside company?
What do you mean, as far as the payment?
I thought we were talking about Walmart.
We are talking about Walmart. You talking about the payment or the shipping?
Shipping.
Okay, the shipping, you have to do it.
I thought he said didn't he put WFS, Walmart Fulfillment Service? I thought that's what he was talking about.
No, that's like deliver and stuff like that.
Right.
Okay, so you got that, and then like.
So it's not like FBA.
No, so for shipping, you can use like ShipStation. Works perfectly with them. Once I figure out and get my platforms working properly, they do offer shipping inbound. Yeah.
Tanya, reach out to the man. I'm not gonna mention any more to you, Mike.
But
he knows the shipping.
But like shipping, like I said, for me, I do it through Shopify because it's sitting right there. The order's right there. I just have to put the size in and ship it out.
Yeah, I remember talking to Randy. Again, I'm not involved in Walmart or any of these platforms. He kind of got the gist that he said that they're doing fulfillment service. I don't know if it's another company that's doing it or they're doing it, but they have some kind of fulfillment service.
Right, but the thing is, like on their platform, you can, like on eBay, you hit order, ship order.
Right.
There's no such thing on Walmart. You don't just ship right there.
Right.
At least, not that I know of. I mean, I haven't seen it. I don't know where it is, if it's there. It's hidden. Right. But because even Walmart says to use Shopify. That's their main.
Do they use Shopify?
They say use Shopify. And then like ShipStation works perfectly with them. You can get your API keys and the order will be there. And as soon as you ship it, it takes the order out of your items to send.
Yeah, he says they're building 12 new fulfillment centers. I know that the rumor was they're going to shut down the Sam's Club to make them fulfillment centers.
Right, but I don't think they're ever going to do even their payment system. You got to use. I think there's two options. Don't ask me what the second one was because I just clicked on the first one I saw. So it's Payoneer is what I use. I don't remember what the second one was, to be quite honest with you. When you sign up, well, not when you sign up. When you actually get approved, you go through that process afterwards. But yeah, it's something where you really need to be keen on Amazon, I would think, first.
Okay.
And then move over if you think of expanding to Walmart to really get those platforms perfected. Because to me, Walmart's probably the scariest one to work off of.
Even more so than Amazon.
Well, yeah, and it's also the most profitable for me.
Walmart is more profitable than Amazon for you?
Yeah, way more. I mean,
really? Is that because the fees they charge, or just why is that?
Oh, their fees are 15%, but
you're doing more volume. Is that so? You're making
it's volume in things that you think of Walmart has.
Okay.
Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? It's like you think of Walmart as like a toy.
I always call Amazon a 600-pound gorilla, but Walmart's huge too.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, you think of Walmart for like the toys and stuff like that, and it gears towards that, and it's something where, like I said, I have the same items, and I'll sell way more on Walmart than I do on Amazon. Way more. Okay. And I've only been doing it for a few months, so it's something. Like I said, it's exciting. I'll tell you that much. I'll probably get
again. So there's opportunities, guys. So I'm just going to remind you, if you're looking to bring your business to the next level and you want to be selling on multiple platforms, you guys can check out Mike Flippin Goodies, Flippin Goodies. on YouTube. His show is every Friday evening at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Well, see, now Clay makes a joke, but he doesn't realize that actually on Walmart you can sell that stuff. I have Nike shoes up on Walmart. You know?
That's your buddy.
No, I know. I'm just saying, you can sell that stuff, and you're never going to get it in Amazon. Will be
right.
You know.
Okay, guys. So again, I always say that your time is your most valuable asset. I want to thank Mike for taking the time out. I appreciate him coming on and helping me, discuss some reselling on the channel. And again, I tell you guys, I'm always looking for other resellers to join me in an interview. I told you in the past, I'm considering, I'm not going to be doing it, but I'm considering having other sellers come on and maybe sell some things, like do like a little auction, buy it now show, maybe once a month. Everyone else is doing it. It's going to help me with my watch hours, and I'm not going to do 4 or 5 hours like some of these other resellers do 4 or 5 hours shows. I'm not doing that. I'm doing maybe 2 hours, have 2 or 3 sellers on. You sell 2 or 3 things, and they'll go to the next one, give you time for a break, a sip of water, go to the restroom, whatever. So again, if you're interested in doing something like that, my contact information is in the description below, my Instagram, and my Gmail account is just AdamsExploits without the apostrophe at gmail.com. So again, guys, appreciate you all for being here. So see you next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Thanks, guys. Take care.